Okay, so this is gonna be another poor audio recording because I'm just too lazy to put a microphone on my camera, but here's what we're gonna do today. There's a few essential items that I consider essential, even though I am not an ASC certified mechanic, but this M18 Impact by Milwaukee, this thing can last. You can use this thing 1,000 freaking times, not literally, without having to recharge it. Then you got the plastic lined socket here just to kind of help protect the wheels, although I can tell you that this red has rubbed off on the inside of my white wheels. Last but not least, I would never tell you to not use a torque wrench. I have a torque wrench in the drawer that I will use, but these are kind of preloaded brand Capri extensions. This kit comes in 65, 80, 100, 120, and 140. I use the 80 on most cars. I use the 120 on the NSX. I bought new rotors for this thing a couple months ago when I bought the car. I just haven't had time to do it. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Quick, I also forgot to mention that don't forget the brake cleaner. You always want to use brake cleaner when you're cleaning brand new rotors because they come with a low oily residue. I'll also add that this is not a step-by-step on how to change brakes and rotors. Hopefully you already know how to do that. If not, there's plenty of videos out there that are going to tell you step-by-step how to do it. Yeah, so you guys can see that the rotors are pretty bad shape. They're not the worst, but they're not the best. Looks like there's plenty of room on the pad though, so it's a good idea, obviously, to do both at the same time. These are the rotors I'm gonna be replacing it with. The part number for the front of this Honda Z is actually the same part as the Honda AP1 S2000 rear. So it's one of those deals. I mean, most of you already know that it's rare that Honda has only one part on its models. They share a lot of things across a lot of models. I'm still in the process of trying to cross-reference parts for this thing. So when the time comes for me to replace something, I can go to my local Honda dealership instead of having to order from Japan. Okay, I've actually been working on this passenger front wheel for a long time because these screws are in here, which tells me this thing hasn't had any service done in a very, very long time. I ended up having to use this extractor bit. There's an extractor bit set, they're all over the place. I was questioning their use, I was questioning their value, but actually ended up working, although I had to go through every single size that I had. You see here, I stripped the mess out of it and I just kept drilling into it, so it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then finally the extractor drill side of it, not even the extractor side, but the drill side of it, grabbed it and pulled it out, so I realized it'd be reckless of me to talk about it and not show you guys what I use. This things I think have probably been around forever, but yeah. So use the side that has a drill bit on it, and then use the other side that looks like one of those earth digger things in those movies to extract it. There's a much nicer looking rotor. Wish I had a wire brush. If I had a wire brush, I'd clean all that crap out underneath it, but I don't. I gotta say, I'm glad that these brakes, these calipers still have some old pad on them, a decent amount, because I can't find the new ones. Maybe it's just been a while since I've done brakes, but I struggled here for a minute because the lower one on this vehicle is actually shorter than the top one. So yours may be the same length, they may be different in length. Pay attention. So I know my new wheels only lasted like one video, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the wheels on from Japan. I've talked about it on my podcast. You guys wanna check that out, Hard Parking with Jhae Pfenning. Anyway, I've had an issue getting these wheels and tires, and now they're finally here, so let's try them on. These are pretty nice. These are my, I forgot what kind of BBS they are, but I feel like they're very period correct. The tires are actually in really good shape too. I have to look at the date on them because I just bought the tires that are on the car now. And I really don't want to have to change them. These are 205 55/16s. I think I have on there maybe 195s. Listen to this. So it sounds like these need new valve stems anyway, so I can't use them. But I can at least put it on really quick and see what it's looking like. Ooh, those are gonna look nasty. It is what it is. It just looks cleaner. I love the RSX wheels. They're very nice, OEM-ish, but this looks like it goes with the body kit that comes on the car, right? Yeah, BBS it is. The 205s look good on there too. I thought it was, 195s are safe, but the 205 seems to be okay. I have to feel back there and see if that's rubbing on the suspension. You guys can't really see it, but you'll have to believe me. If this thing hits a bump, this is gonna cut the tire, so. Sure, I could throw a 5mm spacer on there, but I don't wanna roll with it, so. I'm not gonna put you to the pain and watch me do the other side. There's no point in doing that. So make sure you guys hit subscribe, hit the like button, check me out, Hard Parking Pod with Jhae Pfenning. Join the Patreon for more bonus content for audio and stuff like this, and I'll talk to you guys next time.